Well, hello. I'm back. Hello. Playing Book of Hours. It's still confusing. What do you know? What was I doing? I was learning a skill and I was seeking unusual help from the pub to make use of the rain, because I've still got quite a bit of the house to unlock. Got a lot to repair still. Alright. I have upgraded purifications and exaltations to level 2. Sweet. Now, where was I? Because, I think I took care of all the books. No, I did not take care of all the books. There's still some more books. So I guess we're going to take care of these books. Get right down to cataloging. Let's throw that in there. Bleh. Use my regular old Shapt. Catalog a period book there. Go to the vagabond's desk. Use my herb. Catalog that there. I wonder if I could use the training dunny to upgrade a herb. Probably. Skills card, try to match power aspects. Maybe? I don't know. It's something I'll think of later, I'm sure. Anyway, let's speed up time a bit until something happens. Alright, catalog the book. It's a Moon Mystery of 14. 14 is a lot. That's gonna be real tough for me. So we'll put that over here in the real tough for me shelf. Alright, we got a musician. What's he give? Sky, Rose, Nectar. Rain gives Nectar. I could do something with Nectar if I hire him. Maybe I'll hire him? What can I do with Nectar? The Motley Tower doesn't take it. The clock doesn't take it. The glaring room doesn't take it. Nor the echo chamber, nor the silvered snares. Creeper crowded descent could take that. Certainly doable. Collapse cellar is 11, which is a lot. So it's either the cellar or the stairs. Nectar is usually gardens and underground, yeah. I wanted to make sure, though. Alright, let's think. Alright, I also had a nearby fugitive. That was fun. Alright. So, Mr. Musician, what can I do with you? Let's double check. So, I've got one Nectar with help if I collaborate with him. I've got 2 Nectar off of the rain. So that'll get me up to Herderp. 427. I can offer him the kitchen knife to get him up to 9. I could collaborate with him on a memory to get him up to 11 if I really wanted to. So I think just getting the descent open would be fine. Why overdo it, basically? I shall hire this man. And I shall talk to him about the weather. then I shall offer him this kitchen knife to get him up to 8. And that's enough to get into the well of spiders. How do we do here? 10 grail. How doable is 10 grail? Got myself a pretty beefy 4. 4. Got 4, I've got 2, that's 6. It's not quite there. Also, what is this? When did I get an occult scrap? I forget. Oh right, I can use this to evolve something. Something with moth, knocker, rose. I don't have a second tryst. I've already upgraded Fet. I've already upgraded Chapped. No wonder that's sitting in my inventory unused, because I can't use it. Right, so 10. I think I'm gonna have to wait for tomorrow to do this, because in theory I could just slot in a bunch of Arab, because it's a good chance I'll get soul attempts on this. It's not like infested, right? No. Okay. I could probably do this as long as I grabbed a Grail memory, and that's pretty easy. I guess that'll be tomorrow's plan. The tool has boosted his aspects appropriately. Alright, I know you're a musician, but go clear out the spiders in the well. What? I don't want to. Thanks. See ya. Alright, if I'm not doing anything else, I guess I'll earn a little coin at the tavern. Call it good. Got some water for restorative purposes. You know, I don't think serenading them with the itsy bitsy spider will clear them out, but then again, who knows? The well descent. Rungs line the well side. The mist leads down to the oldest part of the isle, to the shrines of the sisterhood. Maybe that the servants of the DeWolf family still came here in secret, even while they paid lip service to the rites of the unconquered sun. Right, we found an Aglophitous-scented candle. Some bones, cool, and the shears of the sisterhood. It's a tool with a single moth aspect. Huh. Kind of want to put that in the barber shop, because that feels like it makes a lot of sense. And I think that's it. This well sucks. I'll need 9 to get even further down. Fair. Oh, there's already a pair of shears up here. And a bunch of books I never cataloged. Huh. I guess I did just open that recently. Okay. You could just go right back to where you were then. Picked up a 6 pence. I think I could get one more thing done before the day ends. Didn't say it was dusk quite yet. I think. I forget. Yeah, there it goes. Dusk has fallen. Day has broken. Let me grab a Grail memory by reading this again. Because this is Beguiling Melody, right? What do I read it with? I guess anything. Alright. That's the wrong book. Let's try not to utterly forget that. Alright. Fog. Fog has 3 knock and 3 moon. That's a fair bit of stuff, actually. Huh. That ain't not nothing. Should definitely make use of it somehow. So let's go search for some help. Unusual help. With something I will probably not use. Sure. That has Grail on it. Trist? No, that has... Faust, I guess? Yeah, I don't think I'll be using Faust today. Let's see who's around. Alright. Beguiling Memory has been achieved. So I'll use my herb. Use my memory? I need to use a Grail desk. God, this is why I use consider verb so much. Ava's desk. That'll work. Okay. I believe this is my highest Grail aspect. 4. Slap that in there. Could also use a tool if I so chose. Let's see. Does the knife have a Grail on it? Feels like it has everything. It has a Grail. It's not nothing. That would only leave me 1 away. There's no reusable tool with more Grail. Okay. Good to know. I shouldn't even be using it, because, like, once I slot in an Arab, I get it. They're the dolls, but they're used up. Yeah, of course they're used up. Why would a doll survive reading a book? Doesn't make any sense at all. We'll just do that. What do we find? A poet. Poets have moth, sky, and winter. None of which matches fog, which is unfortunate. Let's look for someone else then. Where's the desk? Gotta keep an eye on this. It's my opportunity. A memory. But I don't have a memory. I already gave you a memory. Crap. Comfort. Okay, there's gotta be a 2 Grail comfort somewhere. There's a 1 Grail comfort. God, I wish I could sort by this a little easier. Sister and Witch. Witch and Sister. This is a wall art, unfortunately. Maybe I should have put in that tool. Lounge, red chair. I might just have to put in a 1. You know, one with Grail on it. Okay, still a chance. A mood. Uh-oh. Crap. I should have put it in. That sucks. Sky Rose Nectar. None of that works. Stop fatiguing me, you jerks. I'm running out of time. Tragically, I was balked. Fatigued my herb. Memory's gone. That sucks a lot. I guess I can just read it again and try a second time. I am rapidly running out of daylight here, which sucks. A nun. You do have moon and knock, so you're kind of perfect here. But I don't know if I have time before dusk hits. I might only get to, like, talk to you about one thing. So I can get you up to 7 pretty quickly. I might be able to get into, but definitely not 3, yeah. Alright. We'll hire you. Go to normal speed so I don't speed past my very precious time. Okay. Alright. Let's talk with you. Can I offer you the key? does not count as a tool, it counts as a key. Fair. Shot plus gets you up to 7 very quickly. Collab with that. Try this nonsense again. This time I'm putting the knife in. Surely I can get 1 out of the opportunities. Seven. I think I have to get something more on her to actually do something. Yeah. Very worried Dusk will hit, and then she'll be like, I'm too tired, I don't want to do anything. And I'm like, but I hired you. And they're like, yeah, but you didn't hire me for the whole day. And I was like, yeah, I did. Damn it. Hopefully they will still, I can still send them to clear the room after dark, I just can't add more things to them. Oh, good. Take advantage of the weather, cool. So I got up to a good healthy 10 knock. That's pretty nice. Let's... Stairs can be opened. Probably just the stairs then. Seems an awful lot like it's just the stairs. Seems an awful lot like it's just the stairs. Yeah. Gonna go ahead and say it's just the stairs. Good enough. Okay. Back to the book. Give me a soul. Let me put my herb in here. Thank you. That's all I wanted from last time. We did it. Of course, I instantly lost what memory it gave me. Or did I? I think this is satisfaction? Okay. I definitely have a satisfaction self. It's definitely somewhere. There it is. Satisfaction. Go. Go in. Thank you. Alright. Cool. Another book cataloged, and I got Great Signs and the Great Scars. Fun. I do in fact have that as a skill. that I could use. So, may as well. Let's boost it with the memory I just got. And I'll need 2 more memories to boost that another time. They have to have some grail on it. So, suppose I'll be reading more books then. Enough. Oop, nope, go back. Something else with Grail. Gossip? Gossip does work. Sure. Well on my way. Fog again. I mean, I could probably find something. Let's go find some help. The unusual stair is now open. Secret artery of the house. All those abbots and barons and all the crowds of retainers needed their chamber pots emptying and their boots cleaning. These are the stairs that the boots and the chamber pots went up and down. They were notoriously cramped and treacherous. It was a rare year some poor scullion didn't crack an ankle. It was the Suppression Bureau at the very long last who remodeled the stairs and put in some electric lights, and people say the Suppression Bureau never did the Hush House any good. Oh, lovely. Some insect displays. Cool. Seems to be a broom closet here. With brooms in the closet. And not a whole lot else. Yeah, not a whole lot else. Just some upsetting wall hangings. Cool. I love upsetting wall hangings. They upset me. Brooms? In my broom closet? It's more likely than you think. Alright. Grab that memory, grab that memory. Boost this uncommitted nonsense. Yet again. Get that up to level 3. That'll be nice. Now, how's the unusual help coming along? A fugitive. You don't have anything close to fog. So we'll just ask around again. Hopefully find someone else. If not, maybe I'll use it for like a book or something. Alright. Level 3. Very helpful. Fugitive is like the worst helper there is. Yeah, it sure does seem like it. I do have an 8 moon mystery here. Where can I get some more moon? Sickle and Eclipse does have 4. It's like 4 plus 3. Like, I can just crush this book with the fog if no one pops up in the tavern. I think that's what I'll do, unless someone in the tavern matches the aspects I need. The Surrealist Painter. Grail, Moth, and Rose. Nope. Alright. Guess I'm opening a book then. The Malachite Supplications. It's written in Greek. There's no horrible infections on it? No. Good. Alright. So, do I have Moon on any of my skills? Trist has a Moon. Cool. Definitely would be helpful. Alright, just slot the fog in. That's it. I did it. The end. Okay, cool. Any other uncatalogued books I neglected to see? Oh yeah, all of them up here. Also book lore when it finishes. Huh? I skipped the previous book's lore. Right, I forgot to read those, because I don't read those at all, ever. I'm busy. For Sky, I could probably just do that. It's readable. Is it written in English? My god, it's written in English. That's crazy. Who writes books in English anymore? I guess it is from the Nocturnal period, which is somewhat the modern period. Alright, what did I get? Impulse and Tridesmaheria. Where's my impulse shelf? Ah. Impulse. Okay. Catalog you there. Good. Okay. If we should flourish not, let our enemies flourish in that time when we are no more. What the heck did I just read? The Malachite Supplications. Prayers addressed to the Malachite by the Sisterhood of the Triple Knot. The prayer describes how a strong degree of nectar aspect can be used lethally in Tridesma era rites to bring forth, quote, the last nectar of the last history, the living ink, the ink in secret. Boy, I'm glad these recipes are, like, listed in the desks. Sort of. Alright. Got an impulse memory, and we also got this, whatever this is. Tridesmaheria. Looks like it's mostly Grail. What is this? What does this do? I guess I could just learn it. Ooh, no, don't. Put that back. Put it back. Put it back correctly. a disaster. Why? Why won't you go center? I hate it. Might have an easier time moving the other side to be symmetrical. Why can't it just go back to its default position? I hate it. Rites of the Sisterhood of the Triple Knot, which include certain mysteries and the dwellers of the woods behind the world. Effective against curses. I guess that's useful. Unfortunately, the memory it gave me doesn't actually let me upgrade it, which is unusual. Do I care about upgrading it? Maybe? This is very inconsistent. The bigger number is not always on the left or right. It upsets me. But I guess it's more moon, because this is just bigger. This one is mostly moon. I could boost that more. Effective against corruption. I mean, I do... Probably would be wise to have some... to boost that up to make it better against clearing off curses. Maybe. I don't know. Probably. Anyway, let's just find a grail or moon mystery and call it a day. Or memory. Can I just do this one also? Yes, I can just do this one. Just find any desk that allows for sky. Oh, and another one that I can just do. They're both 4. There we go. Just read that on Ambrose's desk. Sights and sensations clears it very easily. And I just used something. Chapped. Cool. Mystery! Okay. Time to consider this with chore, I guess. That works. Upgrade that. The high efficiency path is figuring out a set of 5 or 6 skills that all have the aspects among all the aspects among them and funneling extra lessons into them. Yeah, but I don't want to be efficient. You know, not like super efficient. Clouds. Clouds suck. What do we got here? Current affairs. That's going on. Okay. Tridesma Maharia has leveled up. Good. Good, good. this up pretty quickly too. What can I do today? Am I just gonna read books today? I might just read books today. Let's see. What did I just read? The Locksmith's Dreams, Stolen Reflections, the fourth volume of Teresa Galmer's expansive work. No longer a discussion of the dreams of artisans, but a valuable survey of other works. Tome is calmer than that of Trespasses, but occasionally fearful, even paranoid. This volume was published in 1926, but almost immediately recalled and pulped by the publisher at the request of the author, or possibly by the authorities, depending on which story you believe. A few copies survive. Janus is the gatekeeper, the twin god, the god that wounds, the presager of changes, the sun, the moon. So identify him with the watchmen, the twins, with the mother, with the forge, with the mensicate, and the madrigod. He cannot be all these, can he? The Flamines knew the church, knew the dry land, knew the Elaglabus. Is he then synthesis, or is he something else? In Galatia, they called him Janus Lammaeus, but the Obliviates are notorious for their slanders. Janus has, they say, not one face but two, to which I reply, why only one? Why only two? Hersualt and Cosley, according to Thomas Love Denman, was agreed that Janus was, quote, all the gods and none, but later Hersualt described him as all the gods, and Cosley favored none. Denman was a sinister dilettante, but this rings true of them both. That's weird. What'd I get? Watchman's Paradoxes. Revelation. Okay. Just shove that on my ever-expanding Revelation shelf. Paradox is very appropriate. It sure is. I haven't committed this. If I want to make it useful, I would need to at least level it up to 2 so it could be at least committed. So, I feel like it's fine. Gotta level it up. Just read the Sky book. Where'd I read these books? Is it Ava's desk again? No. Where's my Sky desk? Ambrose's desk. Okay. Cool. Guess we'll use our whist here. It's fine. Because all I need is sights and sensations, and that clears it. I suppose I should catalog some more books, too. Let's catalog one at Ava's desk. Still got plenty of Arab. Mr. Zachary Wakefield wants a general consultation. Understand Phrygian and Physcene. Could ask to learn Physcene from him. don't see why not. Costs me some money, but what doesn't? A Moth of 6 book, huh? I could probably just do that. I have increased the power of this skill. Okay. I guess it would be smart to do this in a desk. Slowly I'll learn that lesson, but very slowly. Come on, there has to be a moth desk somewhere. Doesn't there? This isn't a desk at all. It's a dispensary. It only looks like a desk. It's in the locked room above the dispensary. Gosh darn it. Fine, I'm using consider them. Alright, what's my best moth? Trist. Cool. What's my best moth skill? Ooh, resurgences and emergences. Yeah. That just clears it. Clears it instantly. Love it. Send it. We'll catalog another book. Achieved harmony with that one. What do we got? 14 moth. That seems hard. Transformations and liberations. That's gonna be a... It's gonna be a trick. Put it in the shelf where all the stuff I don't think I can get goes. I guess it works there. God, this is finicky. All right. I've read the Perugian Diaries. In 1907, at the age of 18, Christopher Iliapi left the Strascians household to study theology at the University of Perugia in Italy, enrolling under the name Christopher Strascian. For 4 years since his adoption from a Bristol orphanage, Iliapi served as Strascian's pupil and protege, but his relationship with his austere and secretive man was always complicated. His journal confides, I still think Fraser's intentions are good, certainly he agrees, but never understood the final goal of his investigations. He never prepared to enlighten me, and good intentions or not, I can no longer bear this dream of eyes. We have agreed to part almost amicably. Dream of eyes, huh? Iliapi left Pingura in 1909 without completing his degree. He had long lost interest in his studies, and the latter half of the journal is concerned with his studies of Umbrian folk songs and notes towards his own compositions, which are of wildly varying quality. One of the better ones, In the Marshes of Night, suggests he visited the site of the old lake Fucinus near Ortacuccio. Found a cheerful ditty and a lesson of strings and songs. I don't think I have a cheerful ditty shelf. To Heart and Sky, huh? Sort of the same as Solace. Somewhat. Heart. One Sky. Cheerful ditty. Let's put that next to the other Heart and Sky shelf. And a new lesson, strings and songs. Don't believe I have this. So let's learn it. I can't learn it because I'm considering this. But I'll get to it. Alright, we have read Kilting Ripe and the Moldy Warp's Grave and Other Stories, a lusciously illustrated tome of loosely connected children's stories. Few of them are remotely suitable for children. So basically Grimm's fairy tales. The protagonist, a speechless cat thing called Kitling Ripe, performs a series of elaborate rites to rescue members of her extended family, culminating in the resurrection of her, quote, other grandmother, Moldywarp. When the snake witch killed the horse, Kitling snatched one of its eyes, and when the dry witch killed the pig, Kitling stole a cup of its blood. Then she took them to the place Moldywarp lay buried, and shook out her hair, and she began to dance. Oh, that's cute. How cute. It's another resurgences and emergences thing. I have committed that, so I should probably find something else to slap that into. Something with Grail and Moth, I guess. Could boost my ink skill. In theory. It's uncommitted. And theoretically, it could make me get better inks. I guess. Alright. Better inks. It's a perfectly viable plan. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'm gonna learn strings and songs too. So we can be musical. And I've learned Pusine. Excellent. All right, that was Impulse. Yes, thank you. Okay. We're down here in the impulse shelf. Don't lie on your side. What's wrong with you? Okay. Cool. Catalog some more books then. Dusk has fallen. And something finished, but... oh well. What do we got? 4 moon mystery. That's incredibly easy. What does not break? And you are a 10 winter. Could be doable. Chionic Theoplasma. Fun. Written in Latin. Could be doable, especially if it snows one day. But as for moon, I think I just like throw in a moon and I'm done. Sickle an eclipse. It's literally just that easy. The winter one. Anyway, just read that real quick. That's all of them cataloged. Cataloged, somewhat mostly read too. A new day. It's raining. I should check to see if somebody with nectar will show up today. Make use of the rain. So I could get further down into this descent. Possibly other stuff. Culmination of the moon, good. Guess I can put this on my to be read shelf. Yeah, I've got a 6 winter I should be just crushing already. So let's go crush it. Put it into a pale desk. Where's my winter? You're my best winter, huh? Just 3. Three and 3. Gets me to 6. Good enough. Okay. A poet. You don't have Grail or Nectar. You suck. You know, today. You suck today. I could just hire him to finally unlock the 3rd floor here, though. Why not? Why not, indeed? Get some up to the 6 I need, yeah. Seeking up more help, right? Yeah. Alright. I have read What Does Not Bark. Alexander Probst writes warily of Calyptra, a law, principle, or society which prevents the dissemination of dangerous knowledge. Calyptra, like the planet that occludes the star, or the Doylean dog that fails to bark, can be identified only by its absence. Even the name, I think, must be a mask. Calyptra is said to make no exceptions specifically for the libraries... to make exceptions specifically for the libraries of the Watchman's Tree. Does it make those exceptions so the Hours can make use of them? Good question. Edicts Inviolable. And a storm in memory. Pretty sure I used the wrong soul element with my helper. I guess I'll find out, huh? Omen, salt, certainty. Solace. Heart and sky here. Gossip, contradiction, melody. I know I have a storm shelf. Storm. Here it is. Okay. Liminal, martial, and inviolable. Guess I'll learn some inviolable edicts inviolable, so that's fun. Normal. I sure did. I sure did. On the other hand, I just got a memory storm. Never, ever punished. Except for that time with the Grail in this today. I scared you when I pulled the rain in first. Yeah, fair. Another poet? Guys, I don't need any more poets. But you hired the last one. I don't care. Give me someone better today. Alright. Alright. Unlock the door. Unlock the third floor. Get out of here. Alright. I have read on the white. Solomon Husher writes, perhaps allegorically, of winter and its long, slow, doomed romance with the sun. The epigraph is sunset at noon. On closer investigation, the work seems to be a theory of aesthetics, or perhaps a set of warnings about the dangers of painting. Husher writes distractedly about his suspicion of colors and his yearning for death. He hints at a great work he has envisioned or begun, where the, quote, palest of paintings will enthrall the world. He returns again and again to write compelling phrases which he claims are, quote, the secret words of winter. Regret. I don't recall having a regret shelf. I learned quenchings and quellings, which I think is new. Sure looks new. Yeah, send it. Fear, pattern, revelation, melody, contradiction, gossip, impulse. Winter 2, worms 1. Yeah, no. I think I'm just making a new shelf. Winter 2, Forge 1. 2. Forge 1. Regret. All right. Cool. Chance I'm not going to make use of the rain today. Maybe vaguely could hit 8 nectar if I'm really lucky. Got 3 nectar here. 2, 5, 6. Feels a little unlikely. I'm also pretty sure I don't have a nectar desk. Oh, it's also written in Kilisami, huh? I don't speak that. Crud. Next nectar desk is in a locked room on the upper left of the main house. Good to know. This one I could read, though. Maybe. Big maybe. I'll definitely need a beefy nectar memory. Then again, the rain kind of does that. Guess I can try. Think this is my strongest nectar? In a way it is, yeah. Leaves me too short. I could start studying a nectar memory just in case that skill challenge pops up. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. That's 1 nectar. Do I have a 2? Alright, I can read the Omen one. That's fine, I'm sure. A musician. You do have nectar. You son of a... Okay. Still might be something useful. Hey! We opened this. It's pretty late anyway. The Motley Tower, the Regensberg Room. The physician Netan lived here in the 15th century, and his family after that. Tolerated by the monks until King Henry dissolved the foundation and granted the Isle to Hendrik. Hendrik turfed them out of the tower and furnished the place more to his own taste. When Christopher Illipi moved in for 400 years later, he restored what he could. Illipi wrote at the time of his sympathy as a rootless foundling for the outcast Netan. I don't know what I am, but I don't think I'm English. That's cute. This is no kind of reference for conventional medicine. Our benefactress, someone who donated to the Curia, but prefer to remain anonymous. A couple of books. A bag of tricks. It's a loot box. Ooh. And a lovely bed. A motley bed. Kinda neat. Some papers and a new desk. Okay. Suppose I could just catalog the books up here in the desk. I got the earth sign, very normal, very fine. Maybe I can use that for nectar. Maybe I could. Four, 6, 7, 8. It's probably a little late for this. At the end of the day. Moon mystery. That's probably very doable. Let's go ahead and catalog another. Okay. What do we got? Element of the soul. I can get some health in there to increase the nectar by 1, which is something. It's all my health, though. Weather. But I already put in weather. Maybe I should have put in a memory instead of weather. A little late to regret on that now, though. Six sky. Another very easily doable one. Also cursed. Oh! Someone's unhelpfully placed a curse, upon which may tear open the unwilling eye of the soul. Oh. Glad I didn't just send that one. Put up in the cursed room with the curses. Hey bro, wanna go visit the cursed room? What? No? Things. Okay. There has to be a nectar thing somewhere. The knife counts as a thing. Yeah, the knife counts as a thing. That clears it. Good. What can't the knife do? Alright. Cataloged another book. Written in Sabazine. Do I have that? I do. 6 moth. That's doable. There's no curse I forgot on this one, right? Yeah, okay. I can power through the cursed book with metal, sky skill, and sky mystery. But wouldn't that, like, curse my metal or something? Alright. Full flower. I successfully read Deretia Quercum. Quercum? In English, the title translates roughly as, quote, The Account of the Oaks, but this is Nathaniel Dursey Evers' fascinating, if haphazard, survey of the occult properties of every tree he can find, not just oaks. Curses only affect certain soul elements. Oh. It's a lot. In Persia, Taxis Bukata, the yew is called Sokhadar, which is, quote, the red tree. There they had long understood the Grail root. In later times, the great king of Pontus had beehives set in the branches of the oldest of the female trees. The berries of the Pontine yew open the door to death, but the honey of the flowers opens a different door entirely. This is not the great king's Mithridate, but one who had suckled at the great yew's fears poison no longer. Perhaps they should. Nathaniel is here distracted, however, by the toxic properties of certain inks. He does mention more usefully that the minor ink of Power Ugol can be brewed through the rites of the roots with assistance of the aspect of nectar. I see. Wait a minute, it didn't recycle the earth sign, it gave me the earth sign, didn't it? Oh, dip. This is another earth sign book, which fell somewhere. Crud. May need to unpause. I don't see it anywhere. It's back on whatever shelf it started on. Oh, good. There it is. Okay. Just start opening the loot box. Put that back there. Shove that into its proper shelf. Now I've got all these rights of the roots. Unfortunately, I committed that already. That's one's committed and attuned. There's gotta be a useful grail I can boost, right? I could boost drums and dances. Or solutions and separations. Except that one's committed and fulfilled, so I don't want to do that one. Just drums and dances, I guess? It's going to take a lot. Probably worth it, though. Could also just upgrade rights of the roots, but it feels like a bit of a waste. I guess we'll upgrade drums and dances, which means I need nectar and heart memories. Like, quite a few of them. Fortunately, heart memories are plentiful. Yeah, they seem to be. Rose Grail. solace. Why not? Ooh. Storm. Storms are pretty strong. Certainly worth looking around. Oh, stop tempting me with purchases I can't have. Go away. There was booze in the medical case. How normal. Maybe they used it as disinfectant. Or pain medicine. A storm memory, you say? What does not bark? Alexander Probst writes, warily of Calyptra, a law, principle, or society which prevents the dissemination of knowledge. Did I read this already? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Should have gone right back to the storm shelf. Yeah. I did want the heart memory, didn't I? Ugh, 3 memories, my god. That's so many. Surrealist painter. You don't have heart or sky. Alright. Can put in whatever effort I want, basically. Consider the Paradise Palm in the room next to your library. The whole house is a library. After this, okay. where I'm keeping all my books. This is taking a lot. All right. That's how upgrading skills go. Good to know. Oh, that's home comfort with nectar on it, huh? I guess I need 4 if I'm going to use the other lesson, which is a lot. I guess I should spend a bunch, although I want to make use of the storm, too. Wait till I'm trying to get 8 different memories. That sounds horrible. Alright. It's 5. Good. I guess I'll have to, like, search for 4 of them, huh? Just heart and nectar. Get in the desk. I can get one by considering the Paradise Palm. I very rarely consider anything. I will not use this up or consume it by observing it. Okay, good. There's so much. 2, 3, 4. Maybe that'll even work. Consulting engineer does have Sky. Get into the clock tower with that. Or the Squawkful Logia. Alright, lady. Oh, you need more than that. You're hired. Alright. Let me talk to you about the weather. A memory of scent. Huh. else am I gonna boost your sky anyway? Don't have any sky on any of my anythings. Okay. Storm memory. Design. Action. So satisfying to have come so far. Improve this to level 5. Go for it. Before I second guess myself. She's got 8. Could offer her a sky beverage. Think I queued up 2 copies of Storm? I'm pretty sure I didn't, unfortunately. Granted, that's a way around it. The lamp has 1. The Astrolab has 1, but you can only have 1 thing. Might be some tea I can offer. In fact, it might already be like pre-made, just hanging around in the house somewhere. Like this. Cup of Lapsang Souchong. It's a trifle inefficient. A lot cheaper to just search up another memory and talk to her about that. I gave her a memory. Does the weather count as memory? Oh, so it does. That's annoying. You won't take the lamp. I guess I could give you the tea and a tool? God, I wish I could use my skills on this, but... oh well. Here, I found this old tea from sitting in the bell tower of the Barony Pyramid. So level 5. Sweet. Yes. Here, want a little cup of tea? You can also harvest a blue flower from the garden and brew it into a tea of mildly potent sky. Oh. think I have a blue flower sitting around somewhere. I sure do. Is it gonna be like my Witching Tisane where I can just use that somewhere? Just need to add a health to make the tea there. Just here? Oh. Huh. Cool. Could make a Regensburg bomb with that too, huh? Or a cheerful ditty somehow. I'll just make some tea. That sounds lovely and a good use of my very limited inventory space. I forgot about this wine. Gotta put that in the wine cellar. God, this game is weird. No, we've cut too much of this, though. Oh, God. There, that's stable. Excellent. What's next? Actually using them? God, no. Don't even suggest such a thing. Didn't I have a sky book I wanted to look at? No. No, I think I'm making that up. I mean, I sorta do. I did put that in to give it to a helper, but I'm just like, can I still use it? And the answer, I think, is no. I think I just did that for nothing, basically. Speaking of doing things for nothing. I could probably just send this. Do I have a yeah, my Tryst is fine, right? Yeah. Slot in Sabazine. And that just clears it. There's no secret curse I'm missing on this? I don't think so. Okay. Down to the Greshams. She's drunk the tea. Now she can help me open the clock tower. Right? That's basically all I want. It's basically all I want. That's the one that I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. before moon. Crack a moon map. I could crack a moon memory. And that would just like get me there. Just read intuition real quick. With whatever I have to hand. Made a lovely pot of tea. With winter and sky, lovely. Guess I could put that in the garden lounge where I keep my refreshments. Could put it on the fountain. Seems a little ill-advised. Ah, the clock tower opened up. Get to that soon-ish. God, I'm out. Can this go in here? Yeah. But that can't. This works. Good. This doesn't go in here? Oh my God. Okay, it's fine. It's not fine. It's actually not that fine. I've exhausted my everythings. May need to consider when it frees up. I hope it won't be daybreak before that happens. There's a good chance it will. Woo! Close one. All right. Hindsight memory, huh? The Carbonic Schism. The Order of Obliviates, on the brink of schism, assembles in a bound house identified only as Carbonic, after the Fisher King's Castle of Legend. There the know and the long of the Order debate their long policy of non-involvement in, quote, matters of feather and scale. One of their number, the one recording their debates, describes how in desperation he has found some kind of solution in a, quote, volume of transcendent heresy, but dares not pursue it alone. He convinces a handful of other Obliviates to depart Carbonic with him while the others cross the sea to Port Noon. In the last few pages, the author reveals himself as the known adept Ambrose Westcott, writing in an uncharacteristically serious mode. He informs any who should find this work that he has returned the book he spoke of to, quote, Abbot Geoffrey's secret, where it can be retrieved with a certain invocation of the Sacra Limne. He hopes that that one who has read this far and understood this much will find a history to determine. Sure. Hindsight. Winter and Worms. I think this one is hindsight too. Yeah, I think these are hindsights. I just categorized them badly. Okay. Slot that in. We slot in whatever. Slot in Sickle and Eclipse. Slot in Sebazine. I already mastered that one. I put in the wrong book. It's this one. It's this one. This one is not mastered. The World Despoiled. I think. Okay. No secret curses that will kill me? I don't think so. Okay. Send it. And now I've got Sacralimne, which I don't believe I have as a skill. And I like to have all the skills, so I think I'm just gonna learn that. We'll determine what to do with it later. Let me just cue this up. Clouds, but clouds are lame. They barely do anything for me. Speaking of things, George Cullerns, governor of Vrencog Jail, oversaw the design and installation of this great clock with the reluctant help of the librarian Serena Blackwood. She might have refused outright had she known how he intended to reuse the horologist's techniques for his so-called condignator. An inscription on the greatest wheel reads, "Strike the hours." Oh, you. Soul, skill, memory, action? Recollection. What the F does this do? There's some oil here. First grade umbrous oil. Oh, here's a little birdie. Little birdie's roosting up here. That's cute. Fallen bells. I could somehow craft balm up here. It's just another workstation, but it takes mostly memories. If I add a liquid to Scholar level forge, the essences will take longer to cool, redden into something more potent. But I can't add liquids here. Yeah, it's just like the shrines? Oh. Wait, it's like the shrines? Oh, it's a Horomakastri shrine. Okay. Okay. That's something. What's this one again? It's an illumination shrine. I'd love to upgrade my herb, but I don't believe I have any that are committed to illumination. I wish I could look this up. Oh my god, this game is a lot. No easy way to see what skills are herb assigned. You just gotta mouse over them all. Okay. Mouse over the skills, you mean? Yeah? Ugh. I wonder if there's, like, mods that let me organize all of this better. It'd wake my more sense to see it on the Tree of Wisdom. Yeah? Sure would. I think most of my herbs I got from, like, the beginning of the game when I existed. This is it. Herbs and infusions. I would need the Bosk. How could I upgrade through the Bosk? Does Earth Sign do that? I forget. Though I kind of just want an Earth Sign to hang around anyway. Culmination has arrived. And another consulting engineer. Forge Sky Lantern. There's definitely something I can do with that. But can I do enough with it? Collab with Metal to get to 6. Two altars dedicated to the boss that slumber beneath the house. Oh, fun. I can summon a highest lament with a large amount of nectar and the proper skill. This is too much to do on stream. This is insane. This game is insane. With metal to get to 6. 8 with a memory. It's a lot easier with notes in the wiki. I'll bet. Let's see. 7. Eight, 9. You can get to 11 with a good forge memory. Just read a foresight book. Desk. Alright. You're hired. Alright, where's my serving station? Put it into a cup, obviously. Okay. Offer a cup of tea. Would you enjoy a cup of tea? I do, like, irrationally love having guests and serving tea to them for some reason. It's just really cool. Fruits of knowledge. Alright, I got myself an earth sign again. That is a scolioscopy. Okay. Good to remember, because I sure didn't. A culmination! I have mastered the world despoiled. When I get a few more calling cards, I can hold a salon. Yeah, that's a little beyond me right now. I'm scared. Subtitled The Flowers in the Waste, an epic poem that presents a medical treatise through allegory. That is gotta be the worst possible way to write a medical treatise. The author is Gideon de Wolf, 5th Baron of Bangrun, sometimes unkindly called the Cutter. I put you on your pedestal, right? Valentine de Wolf. Gideon. Pretty sure I put you on the correct pedestal. I can't check. Can't click it. Oh no, there it was. Okay, yeah. 5th Baron. Cool. Anyway, back to the book. The poem is a substantial variation on the Fisher King tale. A wounded wasteland monarch learns that he and his land can be cured, but that the cure is their own response to ever more savage maladies. Gideon concludes with a concrete example, that the mysteries can be used to despoil, quote, mine own soaks. But then the soak can then be refined with sufficient heart into the sanguis sultandus. Cool. Magephanine Mysteries again. I got a Solace memory. Okay. I've got a Solace shelf somewhere. So let's search for the Solace shelf. There's this. I see the Solace shelf. Search is successful. Okay. Collaborate with you. Metal. Gideon soaks plus 10 heart gets you something. Sounds exhausting. Let's learn this before I forget again. And check this out. Did I commit this? I did commit it. It's committed to preserve... Or did I? No, I didn't commit it. Okay. So I can level it up more if I want. Which I do, because I like leveling them up. Gives me some happy glycogens. I think I might need 2 things? Could actually use the clouds and Solace. But I would need something that has moon. I need a moon desk. A woo. Ava's desk is moon. Actually, can I learn that there? Maybe for Gore. I think I have to consider it no matter what. Yeah. I have to. I think this is a consider thing. I don't think I get to desk my skills. Okay. Got some foresight. Chat to you about the foresight memory. Sacrilimne, just send that. Cool. Alright. We consider these. Solace and clouds actually just work, which is kind of funny. Yeah? Why not? All right. And then I loan you this. Look at that, level 3. Boom. What a very weird thing that is. Could I, like, uncorrupt a book with that by now? Sethic Taint. Witchworms. Curse. Witchworms. These are both cursed. Why haven't I read this? Because it's written in Fusine. That's why I haven't read it. Ramsund. I know Ramsund too. I should be reading these. It's mostly just curses, witchworms, and taint. Resurgences and emergences. I would need 7 winter to clear off witchworms. Which unfortunately, that provides me. The skill provides me none. Why isn't there an infestation skill of winter if the only infestation is winter based? Make it make sense. Right, this is effective against curses. 50-50 whether the curse removing skill is a useful aspect. Oh, fun. Need 7 knock for that. This does not provide knock. Well, crud. Tune that to metal. Can be used against theoplasmic contamination. Don't believe I have any of that, which is lucky because that sounds terrifying. Solaris Invicti. Doesn't quite work. Sacrilimni. I do, it's sitting in the gatehouse. The Keeper's Lodge. Okay. Oh. That's upsetting. What do I need to clear that off? 7 heart. Okay. Where's my anti-theoplasma book again? There's so much. It's a good example of how I can ignore lots of contaminations. But it feels bad to ignore them. I feel like I need to cleanse them so that my library isn't, you know, randomly cursed. It'll affect health interest, but I can use Whist to read the book. Yeah, so I can get around the curse, but I don't want my library to be cursed. Well, this one does have heart in it. Very hard with the relevant mid-level skill or the ability to make strong memories. Right. So we need to get up to 7 heart. Also, this needs to go to my cursed section, where the curses are. I filled up my cursed library. I guess this gets to become my cursed library too. 7. 1, 3, 5. You see me cleanse it at a desk, right? Or is it just like any workstation whatsoever? Desks, definitely. Heart trouble. Or I could get to 5. I mean, if I just had a heart tool or ink, I could get there. So, no. Does the mixing bowl count as a tool? It does. It's only got the 1, though. I would need a 3 heart memory, and I don't believe I have any of that. I'm just a touch short. But it is possible. I could level up the skill or my chore. And then I could theoretically actually just cleanse that. And that'd feel nice. Anyway, I know if you've seen now, I should read the Geminad. Because I think I can get to 10 Grail without too much problem. Level skill or stronger memories, yay. Have I fatigued all of my herb? No. Okay. Just seen. I'll need a strong Grail memory and a little luck. I think my Grail memories are mostly in this luxurious bedroom. Yeah. Just fet this. It's fine. It's fine. How did I manage to click that? Oh, Christ. Good enough. Alright. My consulting engineer has Forge 11. And that's enough for the bells of the clock tower. And I'm just gonna send it before I second guess myself and click on everything again. Memory, Arab, 4 Grail. It's the best Grail I've got, right? Well, it is in a sense. Equal to or lower Grail. Okay. The bells! Giver Teller, Sure's Tongue, Lady Janice, and Great Paycock are the names of these bells, though they're older than the abbey itself, and those names have certainly been corrupted over the years. By 1915, Sure's Tongue and Lady Janice were too cracked to ring, and the Suppression Bureau paid for each of them to be recast. Serena's Blackwood's quid pro quo for the assistance she gave George Collins with his clock project. It's a Sky and Forge instrument. I could assumedly get some sound memories out of that. The Weird Cursed Spire. 7 years ago, someone pronounced a curse in here in the name of the sun and its many selves. This place was not the curse's target, and nor was I, but its poison fills the air around me. I should not enter here until it's cleansed. Ooh boy. That's a lot. Okay. What's my first opportunity? A soul. Okay, we did it. Boom. Got a satisfaction memory out of it. Mayhap a little unsurprising. I think it's down here. Yeah. The Geminad II. A fragile manuscript illuminated with the twin shapes of sad and luminous beauty, and with all phases of the moon. It might be as old as the 7th century, but the language she's seen is much older. The cover is a dark and exotic leather with a smooth, almost chitinous surface, decorated with jasper. Cool. These pages outline the 7 bloody natures of the daughters of Lagia, those corrupted immortals who gave birth to children in defiance of the laws of the upper heaven, who devoured them in obedience to the hour's punishment, and those who have been left outside the law. The second volume of the Geminad suggests that there are 7 corrupted immortals who have been accorded the privileges of names of the witch and sister, or perhaps the sister and witch. It reminds us that the twins unite what is apart, and that the crime of the sky is in some cases a supreme joining. And it speaks at length about the sadness of the 7, the sadness of mothers whose children are forever lost, and far worse than lost. Upsetting. Can level up penitence and precursors with it, though. Sure sounds fine to me. Haven't committed it to anything. And I've already got a memory for it, because it came out of the book. Crime of the Sky, by the way, is when two immortals have a child. They are possessed of an overwhelming desire to eat that child. I assume some way of keeping immortal kids from being born. Can't just inherit immortality after all, or so the hours claim. Okay. Level 2. I need 2 more Grail memories to level it up further, which seems fine. I could use the scale skill. Street satisfaction again? I mean, it works. Anything with scale on it? I mean, I could use the Earth sign. But it's so precious. Except that I have infinity of them. And it basically is no different than me getting a different one, period. But, you know. Other than that, I shouldn't use it. Other than the fact that I should definitely use it. I need to use Shusine on it every time I read it. Boy, that should do that automatically. The game is not pride itself on convenience. You, sir, have Sky. And here I am sitting on a free 4 Sky. I can definitely use you for something. Maybe something strong, maybe something weak. We'll see. First of all, collaborate about the weather. That should be giving him a memory exaltation. Cute. Cute. Okay. Level this up again. It's a wee bit of herb. Does Trist have Sky on it? No. Whist? No. My Fost has Sky on it. I'll have to collaborate with him on Fost. Take advantage of the weather while it lasts. Yeah, that boosted up to 10. Very beefy. And then I can serve him a cup of tea, can't I? I did make a pot. A veiled goddess Lapsang. And I'm out now? The whole pot turned into 1 cup? I don't know. Anyway, power level 3. My god, his power level is going crazy. Bleh. Now what? If anything. Maybe read this. I can, in fact, read this. And I've got a very beefy knock skill for it. There's my Ramsunda language. Yes. My Shapt Plus should get me almost there. If I just had a memory with knock on it, I could just clear it. So I guess I should go get one of those. Pattern works. Pattern works very well, in fact. So we'll just read that real quick. My assistant and I are vigilant. 10 Sky. And I offer him a cup of tea. Wait, where's the tea I made? Out of the blue stuff. I think I put it in the... Ah, yes, the garden. Let's get to serving that. I have poured out a cup. Blunk. There we go. Offer him a cup. Blue Crown tea, always served cold, but, you know, it's tea. Ever heard of iced tea? Well, this one's iced with the touch of the hour of winter. So, really, you should be thanking me. Probably. Alright. Pattern memory. I'm pretty sure I can do on the winding stair, and there's no sneaky curse. Ramsund. Surgences and emergences. Memory. Shapt. The gate is flung wide. I restored the Abbey Church of the Isle all the way to its topmost spire. Achievement. Nice. Oh, is that flag for me now? The Spire. Here, Hendrik de Wolf met in secret with King Henry. Once the Bronze King, now Old Coppernose, for the great debasement had ended the supremacy of the leashed flame, and Henry's heirs were no more than human. There's a story that Hendrik's son Thomas listened from the rafters, and that 3 times he'd heard Henry ask his father to break a certain promise in the matter of Carry Wise, beyond the wave, and the 3rd time the father did not refuse the king. This, as the story is, why Thomas never liked to make a promise thereafter for fear of breaking it. Houndsgalling. Brian Levisian. A bust cast from aluminum, oxidized to gray. I assume you're one of the librarians. Also, there's some coffee up here. Neat. And a spire prospect. Take counsel with the skies. A hushery evolution station. I see. Did I slam into hushery? Just much is lost. Snow Story committed to Whist. I've already got a Whist plus. I guess I can't use it for right now. But still, the Spire! Now I can commune with the sky. That's great. That's really great. I assume. If I consider the bust, I get Brian Levinson, 9th Librarian. Oh. Right, there is always just considering these. I keep forgetting that I can just look at them. But it takes effort. Alright. On the Winding Stair. Gregory Wheelock, the master mason and architect employed by Walter de Wolfe to construct the Winding Stair and the guest chambers in the Hush House, describes a more ambitious and dangerous project. Oh, good. Gregory marks the bricks of his roost-touched family home, Trailwind with Ramsund, hoping to open forbidden doors. Gregory evidently succeeds in opening a way to something he calls the, quote, Moon Hall. But here his account becomes erratic. He insists that in the Moon Hall, the horned axe is still an edge power. He hopes for an eternal rival, but cannot find the one he needs. The narrative is increasingly interspersed with chess notations and ends abruptly. What a sane man. Alright, this gives me a pattern memory. On to the pattern shelf you go. Where was that again? Up here with all the other purple books? Yeah. And the lesson, the door in the wall. I have similar ones, but not this one. I want to learn them. Nice. Another lovely day. Snow! I did want to open up a winter book with that, didn't I? And it sure is somewhere. This affects Trist and Health. So if I don't use Trist or Health, I could just read it. In theory. Correct. Thank you. So got 3 there, 6 there. Whist gets me another 3. Then just need 1 more. As long as I don't let it touch my Trist. I only use my Whist. The answer is always the knife, naturally. Stronger. Okay. My Whist. Highest winter skill. Use snow. I'll need a desk for that. Oh. Oh, because I can use... Oh my, okay. Okay. That offers another slot, which is something I didn't notice. As always, very important to have a knife when you're reading. You can also use inks, but they're consumed. There's the 5 aspects ones you could craft, and sometimes may be worth to break out the good stuff. So you have to have tools or inks. I see. That sure is a lot. Knock. 12, 12, 10. Don't know, kill to see me. As far as I remember. Otherwise, I'd have read that already. Wonder, have I gotten a good scale up? Furs and Feathers is sort of scale. 4 scale? Certainly high enough. The Barrow Child's Elegies. The Barrow Child, a Gaulish adept who won a place in the ranks of the Ordo Limnae, enumerates the, quote, great shadows laid to rest in tombs of power and discusses their various conditions. The Barrow Child identifies numerous modes that are neither true death nor true life. The, quote, vitrification of the heart, the, quote, corrupt light of the wood, the chore stasis, the wandering of the fet. The Barrow Child warns particularly of the, quote, avidity of tryst, where a remnant shadow's longing for change survives its sense of self and even devours its whist. The longing may draw the curious into the tomb, where the remnant shadow changes so that it cannot be distinguished from its visitor, or that the reverse becomes true, and that it is never again possible to say whether it is the shadow or the visitor that exits the tomb. Creepy! Okay. That's another regret memory. I'm very worried about putting that on a shelf with other regret stuff. I can just stick it on the shelf? Fair. Just gonna put it on the right there, I guess. It's fine. And I got more rhyme and remembrance, which is uncommitted. So I could just go for it, I guess. Just boost that up again. Alright. We'll crack this 6th book, I think. I need a scale desk, though. That works. Why did you tingle? Let's see. Do I happen to have a scale tool anywhere? Does not take rocks. Can also just crack a damn memory. I could use the earth sign I've been holding on to for God knows how long. An hourglass in the dispensary, you say? Look at that. Nice. Thank you again. I need... This is all very confusing. Well, more overwhelming than anything. Alright. Boosted that. I can use Triss to boost this again. I just need 2 more memories of moon or winter. Guess I better get to searching for moon and winter. All right. Winter. Desk. Get in the... It's fine, it's not like I'm not enraged or anything. Those tiny things don't enrage me. It's fine. I'm fine. All right. Okay. Where's my bones? Upgrade that with Trist. Ah! I've unearthed the scale book. Father Stanislav John Schlaller, priest and diplomat, writes of his time on the slopes of Hualshan, quote, near to the grove of the green immortals, but never too near. Schaller's relations with the grove are cautious. It's a library of the tree, but under the hand of the hour named Applebright. In time, however, Schlaller comes to be more sympathetic to the Applebright, which suggests, quote, causes harm only when so invited. I mean, that's pretty safe. I also generally only cause harm if invited to. The, quote, singlefoots of the title are one-horned, one-footed hill things with sweet but powerful voices, powerful enough to, quote, open the mountain, unquote. The Singlefoot sometimes trample pilgrims, sometimes heal them, sometimes coerce them to, quote, enter the mountain, unquote, and become Singlefoots. Schaller explains that when he found this last becoming too tempting, he decided to return to his homeland. Good call. A savage hymn. Scale and sky. And a lesson of hill and hollow. Don't believe I have a savage hymn shelf. I guess this will be the savage himself. Savage hymn. Scale 2, sky 2. Right? Yeah. Okay. My memory hasn't completely failed me. Cool. Alright. And I don't know Hill and Hollow yet, so I'll just acquire it because I want all the skills because I'm crazy. Can I do anything with this thing? Probably. Just crack the Republic of Teeth. Don't see why not. I still have some health left. It's this one, right? Oh, it's this one. This one has the scale, and that just clears it instantly. So send it. Hill and Hollow, the ways of the old hill children and the gods from stone. Old paths, old secrets, the songs that still echo beneath the earth. You can kill witchworms with it. Still need winter for it, but I could kill them. Just like, they never seem to line up. Why would they not? Why would you ever have a skill that could cleanse witchworms and it always needs winter, but not have winter on it? I don't get it. It feels silly. Fog. Moon and Knock. I could probably find somebody willing to do that. Hello? Current affairs. Oh, winter ended. I'm in spring again, and I get a yearly stipend. I haven't even spent the last one. The yearly stipend from St. Runwans has arrived, along with the usual rather sniffy reminder that I should spend it wisely. I am not poor. I'm definitely not rich, but I'm also not poor. If Unearth the book. The Republic of Teeth, an eccentric political tract by Valentine de Wolf. Oh, this should be sane. Valentine suggests that rulers should be elected to govern by serpents, not their subjects. Quote, "For the serpent, being cold-blooded in its nature, is incorruptible." Well, can't argue with that logic. Valentine's initial proposal is that a college of electors should subject themselves to the bites of venomous serpents, which he grades and details, preferring the least dangerous, and should allow the resulting deliria to guide them in their choice of the people's representatives. He becomes concerned, however, by the practicalities of ensuring equal quantities of venom in each case, and gets halfway into a proposal for using birds instead in the selection process, before giving up mid-sentence. Well, it probably works better than the Electoral College. Alright. Intuition. Here we go. For some reason, the government started spending $10 billion a year on mice. Serpents and venoms. Sure, that sounds like something that's innocent and useful. Very innocent. Sadly, this does not have any scale on it. Guess I can just look up his scale memory real quick. Like the Savage Hymn. The one I just learned. Give him the desk. Read that real quick. Wait for my plates to spin. Another consulting engineer. You do not have Nock or Moon. That's a shame. Is there someone en route to the Hush House? The affair of the second skin. Mortals change more slowly than most of us, but even immortals change sometimes. In the city of Maralek, the Lahebit Abesesis has begun a dramatic and dangerous metamorphosis. One that's alarming friends and foes alike. Knife and scale. Okay. Lieutenant Arthur Thomas Moore, retired. Hero, pilgrim, traitor. He'll always be a soldier, but never again. Can he be only a soldier? That's cute. Ooh. Good day to you. May I come in? So I could, in theory, do this. The Habites are much favored at the Labyrinth of Lions. Abekesis himself made a pilgrimage there not so long ago. When they break faith with the Lionsmith, the duty often falls to me and my companions. The duty to bring them to the Labyrinth for punishment. So you want a book with edge. Which is distressingly hard to find, because none of the books have edge on them. You have witchworms. course you have witchworms. I put you away from the other one exactly for that reason. Funny how that worked out. I understand Latin and Aramaic and Sabazine. High traditions of the noble endeavor. It's in Latin. To slay a Levite, that's difficult. To take a Levite alive, that's difficult enough to bring me here to you for help. I am resolved not to fail in this matter, but what will become of Abasiasis in the coils of the labyrinth, that I cannot say. Is it only edge? Could I offer you lantern instead? No. You have an interest in lantern, but right now you need the edge book. Fair enough. Can I get enough scale on this thing? It's my highest scale. You can use health that has some scale on it. Grab the hourglass again. And that does it. 8 scale. Let's read it. Surrealist painter. You do not have knock or moon, which is yet another shame. I think I'm only gonna get one more chance at finding someone here. I'm resolved not to fail in this matter. I got Arthur Moore's card. And a bronze spin trio. Ooh. Okay. I believe then... can use a bit of ink and put that card into a book at a desk somewhere. Oh, I can just click start. Yeah. Will they come when I call them? Who knows? I got another occult scrap. Or is this unique? Can I only have one? I think I can only have one. I need ink to invite them, yeah. My book progressed. That was what the clicking noise was. Poet. You don't have knock or moon either. And it's sundown. Lame. Highly lame. What do I do with all this moon? Maybe there's a book I can crack? Ten moon? Maybe. It's a big maybe, but it's also not a no. It's my strongest moon, I think. Stickle and Eclipse, yep. Believe I have any moon soul. Yeah, Trista's moon. Wait, Trist. Use ink or a tool. Do I have a moon tool? Let's see. Scales, shears, none of that. Saw is edge, the Beretta's edge. Globe in the map room, but it's only one. I mean, that gets me closer. If it gets me one away, that might just be enough to push me over. I just need one more, and I've got a memory lined up, so if it just gives me a challenge memory, it's fine. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. But in the meantime, I can fully read this book. It is written. Musgrave, fourth of the Wolf line, writes tentatively about the, quote, Covenant of Brankrug, and the legacy of the sacred inks he calls Encosta Potentiala. Cool. Quote, as the light passeth through a prism into many colors, so the great inks separateth into the lesser inks, and the lesser inks into minor. Musgrave coyly refuses to talk of the great inks, or else refuses to admit he doesn't know much about them. He insists that Ugol and Stargol, which can be mixed with sufficient nectar or sky aspect, are sufficient for most befitting purposes. And that is a capitalized purpose. Okay. Confounding Parable. And Inks of Power. Where's my Confounding Parable shelf? No! No! But I need it to fit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I thought the Confounding Parable was going to be a lot rarer than this. Oh no. Copy that elsewhere, and I'm just shovel this around. You're the intuition shelf now. Okay. This may be the time to tell me I will keep running into this issue. How many books could there possibly be per memory? Right? Of course I'm right. Right. I need to keep an eye on this. But otherwise, I just learned this, I guess. More inks. There are 15 intuition books. That's a lot. I may need to dedicate the big shelf to intuition. That might not even be enough. But that's one of those things I'll deal with when it comes up. 'Cause otherwise, I'll go nuts. Okay. Thing. I need a moon thing. Surely there's a thing that is moon. Oh, I'm sorry. Wall art does not count as a thing. God, no. Why would that count as a thing? The very notion. Lamps. Sky, winter, heart, rose, scale, edge. Art's a separate category. Yes, of course. Arts aren't things. We can all agree with that. I do love getting reminded of all the really creepy things I have in this house. There's it's a clock. Will this get used up? No. Okay, good. That should clear it. Success! All right. The Codex Acephali. Acephali? Sometimes called the Book of the Clean Skull. Great. The book contains accounts of enlightenments available through the gradual surgical removal of the lobes of the brain. Enlightening. Becomes clear that the process described are mostly allegorical or metaphorical descriptions of winter techniques for less revolting occult work. Even the metaphors are pretty horrible, though. It's great. The author explains adaptations of these techniques with sufficient winter aspect to harvest a mysterious substance described as the, quote, rags of the final bone from the remains of almost any animal. Cool. Another regret memory. Where'd I put all my regret? Uh-oh. My brain's not working. Ah, there it is. Crap, what were you? Were you intuition or a confounding parable? You must have been intuition. Right? Probably? It has the same aspects of it, so like... It was a confounding parable? It is written, okay. Into the confounding parable shelf. Good lord. I have so many! I've got snow stories, which I think I committed. Yeah, I tuned it to Whist. Oh, lordy Lou. Okay, I want to level up Inks of Power. For reasons. Just use whatever. Rosen Scale works fine. May as well. Now what do I do with the snow stories? Could level up Moon and Winter. Could get Sickle and Eclipse higher, but I think I want Winter stuff because I feel like I'm low on that. Sights and Sensations, Rhyme and Remembrance. Alternately, Sickle and Eclipse is not bad. I could split the difference if I really wanted to. I do think I want to have more Winter and more Moon. Get them both up to 5. It's not like... It's not like right out. That shouldn't work. that uses up the lesson as a memory. That's rude. I don't like how the game just kind of lets you screw things up like that. I can do it, but it's very wasteful. Yeah. Probably don't want to do that. Ugh, my memories are gonna go away soon. Ugh. 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 Hello, kitty. How are you? I didn't realize lap time was so urgent. No. Is this cuddle time, or is this, hey, Chris, you haven't fed me and it's food time, so food now? Stop everything you're doing. I don't care what you're doing on the glowy box. I need you to feed me immediately. Which is it? Okay, just going to flick her tail into my face first, of course, and then leave. Cool. Do I have a third winter memory? Yeah, salt. Yeah, we'll just remember salt. Get in the desk. Thank you. And just for the heck of it, we'll look to see who's at the tavern today. It's a sunny day. Maybe I'll get a sky or a lantern person and do something with that. Maybe. I guess I can start getting moon stuff too. I certainly have enough desks for that. So I guess I should, like, use more of them. You could do that, Chris. You could use more of them instead of sitting there waiting for your place to spin. Wasting precious daylight hours. a non-zero chance I may have duplicated one of these, but I'm just going to deal with that later. Okay. These are winter. So let's upgrade my winter. Prime in Remembrance? Yeah, sure. Sight is better than Remembrance? What? I don't... Whatever, I got what I needed here. Sight's better than oh, this one. I mean, like... more useful to level sights? I'm taking your word for it. I have no clue what's more useful and what isn't. Okay. Who are you? You have neither lantern or sky. Bit of a shame. Contradiction. Better sights. Bounding intuition. Okay. Cool. Now I upgrade my moon. Just shove it right into Sickle and Eclipse. I need another one. Do I have another one? Fear has edge. Does that work? Oh, it does work. Because it's also edge. Oh. Oh boy. That's fun. I love mixing and matching in my head. Surrealist painter. You're not lantern or sky either. I'm running out of stuff here. Or daylight. Daylight's a stuff, if you think about it, for not very long. Okay. Fear. So satisfying to have come so far. Poet. You have Sky. So I get you to 6 Sky. Could I get you to 9 Sky? I would need the Sky Tea. It's 2, it's like 4, 6, 8. And surely there's a Sky Tool. Okay. You're hired. Also my Fost. My Fost does have Sky, doesn't it? Oh. You know. Looks great. Collab. Level 5. I think that's my... Yeah, it's my second level 5 skill, but still. Cool. Slowly my power grows or whatever. Okay. We shall be vigilant and talk about how nice the day is. Alright. Brings you up to 8. Soon I will be still stoppable, but I'll know more. So that's something. Okay. Just got that in under the wire, didn't I? Exit to Wolf. I restored the sanctuary of the last Baron de Wolf. The Gull Scry Logia. When Baron Valentine's melancholy and his excuses became too much to bear, he began to take his meals here, with none of those sounds that he found troubling, only the wind, the sea, and the cries of his beloved birds. After the de Wolfs were gone, the librarians of the Curia would come here when they needed to think in peace. Well, that's some sort of legacy for you. A snug wicker chair. Wow. That's a really nice chair, actually. Some booze. Silvery ink. 5 moon ink? Wow. And a Logia prospect. Take counsel with the seas. It's another Hushery shrine. With rose and moon. A picnic. Good to host a picnic here. That's cute. Oh, that was downright lovely. God, this game's a lot. Feels like it might be a good idea to, like, pause it here, now that I'm searching for something to do. wonder why this is blocked off. Weird. Yeah, alright, well... Yeah. This game continues to be absolutely bonkers. I don't... It's hard to follow, it's a lot, it's just like a lot is the thing, it's a whole lot of a lot. It's just a whole lot of a lot. Mayhap unsurprisingly, nobody is playing this. Irina Iris? He's playing Repo, that's a fun watch. Okay, how about just a massive, absolutely, like, earth-shattering tonal shift and send you to a comedy game? That sounds perfect. Anyway, that was fun and confusing. Mostly confusing. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Always appreciate watchings. The peoples with the watchings and the stuff. And thanks for helping me out with all of it, because... boy, game sure would be a lot harder without help. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow, probably with Against the Storm. And, yeah. Until then, I hope you have a lovely evening or day, whatever it is. And, yeah, you take care. Peace.
Thank you for the raid.
Oh no! Guys?
Who?
Guys, the clock is dinging. Can you help me get it through here?